Yeah, I'm just yapping. What did you expect? It's a podcast. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just say a sentence and say a bunch of you're in the means and a bunch of uh what am I supposed to what y'all I mean are we supposed to talk? I'm supposed to yap, right? Y'all what y'all want? Y'all want a bunch of you feel me's? I can give you oh man. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to use my words. I am half white. I was raised with proper dialect. I do like to converse, not conversate. Um, and yeah, man, I like to use my words, bruh. I like to use my words for sure. So let me yap away. But I appreciate the comment though. All right, what we got to talk about? What we got to talk about? Oh yeah, the chat's a little delayed, so forgive me. Shout out to Suburban. Shout out to King for that podcast as well. The Light Skin Podcast. Y'all want me to go at niggas, huh? Y'all want me to just go crazy. No, this organic, baby. We know that. We know that. The real CNN. For sure, for sure, for sure. Nonetheless, 6 Bitcoin. Here we are, man. So look, I'm gonna just get right to this hot topic because I know everybody's been going crazy about the Fair to Say situation with old boy, what they call him, Big Mama's house, the Jana man, all that debacle, the chair debacle, the infamous chair. Oh no, what we doing? The chair, the spooky chair. Man, look, Fair to Say was a great opportunity. I will not be returning to Fair to Say. I feel like things just didn't pan out the way I was hoping they were going to. As long as I was sticking around and dealing with certain shit, I figured the time was when it happened was it was just the time was of the essence. It happened when it happened. And I dealt with a lot leading up into the point where the blow up happened. And everybody's like, oh, you sensitive, you soft, you emotional. It's just jokes. It's just trolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take everything to heart, whatever the case may be. But after so long of seeing true character on and off camera and hearing things that are being said and jokes, a lot of good jokes, shout out to Cole, a lot of good jokes contain true context. So when you hear jokes over and over and you see things that are being said and comments and narratives that are being painted and spun for the sake of laughter and putting somebody else as the butt of a joke and trying to paint a picture of somebody so that you can keep a narrative ongoing just got old, right? If we're talking about paying dues, I paid my dues, right? So the hazing, the jokes and stuff, that was cool. I was around for too long, contributed too much, way too much, to be disrespected or lack of respect that I received over the course of 2 years, a year and a half, pretty much. Look, I get it at the beginning, right? I get it. I might have reacted certain ways that could have provoked certain reactions from people. For instance, we ain't gonna be around the bush. The infamous black screen post on Instagram, right? Where it was derived based off of three individuals, T-Rail, Pun, and Monty, on a news stream, and they was making a lot of jokes and pretty much diminishing a brand that, as a newcomer to a platform in which the whole purpose based off of conversations is, yeah, get your shit off, brand yourself, go crazy, right? So that's the preface of what I'm stepping into. But my brand is being played with and diminished to the point where support is not there. So over time, you're like, okay, we're going to take it as jokes. We deal with it. We tolerate it. We deal with it. We tolerate it. We deal with it. We tolerate it. It's jokes. I'm learning this content space. I'm learning how to not to react to certain shit. But on that episode, it was just crazy. And at that point, I felt everybody turning against me. Not only anything that I was trying to build or clear up from when I first got in, it was going away. Everybody was turning against me, all because the big dogs were controlling the narrative because the chat and the people followed them so thoroughly. So whatever they say is funny. Whatever they say is jokes. Whatever they say goes. So once they get the lead and the cosign from certain individuals, it became easy for everybody to turn against me, right? So cool, understandable. But everybody's human, right? So I've never shied away from being emotional or sensitive. Like I'm human. We have emotions. Like people really just deal with shit. People deal with life shit. People cry. People get angry. People fight. People go quiet. People smoke weed, drink, whatever the vice is, right? We deal with emotions differently. So for anybody to say you emotional or whatever the case may be, yes, I'm fucking emotional. Nigga, I'm a fucking human. And I'm a human that's matured enough to be in tune with my emotions and not shy away from it. And to know that being emotional is still a masculine trait. But nonetheless, yeah, you start to feel some type of way. And I put up my black post, my black screen post that they call it. You know, like when you're about to make a post, but you don't got nothing to post it on. So you pull up the Instagram camera and you just take a picture of your knee or the couch or something. So you get a black screen. I guess that's the way I do it. So I did a black screen post. And man, chill out, nigga, before I unmod your stupid ass, nigga. I told you, nigga, I'm not doing what nobody want me to do at this motherfucker. If you gonna tune in or you not, you gonna get the drama you gonna get. You gonna get whatever crash out you gonna get. And it's all love, Scotty, but I'm not, niggas, nobody is finna tell me to crash out. I'm not doing none of that no more. There's nobody in this room to steer a narrative or to try to paint me a certain way for the viewers no more. So I'm gonna respond how I want, my nigga. Just, I love you, but respectfully. So I made my post, and I guess from that point, niggas didn't fuck with me. And it never became evident after that niggas got over it. Regardless of what niggas may say and may try to portray when the camera's off or say when I'm not in the room as if, oh, no, we really fuck with him, blah, 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 we just trolling. After that point, nobody ever let that go. It just came up the other day on BOF that niggas think that I'm better than everybody. That I'm just holier than thou. Because I made a post that said, niggas not fucking with me in any artistic category. Like, for everybody from that point under that umbrella to feel some type of way as if I was talking directly to them. Like, literally everybody has something to say as if I took a shot at everybody, like every specific person. The shit was derived from three individuals in the chat. So for everybody to start taking offense and run with this narrative as if I'm saying that they're I'm better than everybody, that's BS. That's cap. That's cap. But they never let it go. So from that point on, as you perform around everybody and you creative and you do shit and you make shit happen, whether it's an idea or it's physically, you make something happen. And you don't see the value or the idea of who this person is doesn't change within you when my actions speak louder than whatever post or whatever interpretation you made of it, and you don't allow time to heal the wound, or you don't let bygones be bygones and you hold on to this shit, it becomes an irritant, and I reacted. So from that point on, they allowed the opportunity for Fair to Say, because Fair to Say was a concept that I pitched, and with the intent to obviously lead or headline, because it was obviously my idea and it was a change from what the news was. So Fair to Say was derived from news being shut down, and that was where I was appearing, to we gonna switch up some shit, but with no idea. So weeks go by, news is nothing's happening. I have a concept of an idea of a round table where it's headlined by host or hosts, and people under the umbrella pull up and get to sit down and have dialogue with individuals under the umbrella that they normally don't. So like, pull up it's me, Illa, headline, frontline, whatever the case is. You got 2 open seats that rotate for people to swap in and out, whether based off of availability. I'm just thinking about some shit, my fault. So that was the concept. And the idea was, again, for people to pod with people they're not used to podding with, to get different types of dialogue, different types of conversation. And it was started off like that. It was like, shit, like my vision was coming to life. It's like, oh, this is dope. You know, I obviously, with the help of T-Rail, obviously, because it's day shit, he had to make the shit happen, of course. But just seeing my vision come to life day by day, and going over there and hanging up shit and painting shit and moving shit around and stepping back, taking pictures and FaceTiming and moving shit slightly and putting cameras up and hanging signs and moving plants and decor, and like just every other day until that shit was established, I started to feel like I got something. Like, okay, this is a good introduction for me to be able to be me without going to Community or going to Apollo or going to Back on Fig to really explain who I am and be myself and allow myself to shine and flourish the way I know I can, because I had to fit in to an environment that I'm not accustomed to. I stuck out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, half white, from a different city. I'm the only person in this space that's not from California or doesn't mainly reside or rep California. I know Drebo just said Missouri and shit, but for the most part, everybody, and no, there wasn't no snot. That's just clearing my palate. For everybody who is in this space to not be from California, to be from California, and me to not be from California, half white, where nobody knows me, and I'm putting emphasis on the half white because that's always the joke, and that's always the reason why I feel like certain things happen to me and I'm attacked because of how I speak, or my actions are nerdy or corny, and it's deemed white to be anything other than ignorant or anything other than belligerent. If you're other than that, or if you're well-spoken, you're deemed ignorant, you know, whatever. So, Fair to Say was the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And it was coming to life for me to really shine and be myself, and it happened. It was going great. Amazing. I think y'all can agree that it was going amazing. Fair to say, regardless of the hate or the shit that people was talking, it was a different vibe for Fair to Say. It was a different vibe for FMW. There's a lot of people said they wouldn't fuck with it because of me or certain guest or a permanent seat, whatever. Understood, right? They probably did miss out on a lot of views just off the strength of people not trying to stand on, oh, I don't want to watch because Stead is on. Cool, right? We got it. So they did probably miss out on a lot of that, but it was going great. Like the first 25 episodes, excuse me, shit. The first 25 episodes or so, I think, is when it was all rotational. Nobody was really permanent. Some of the people who popped in came back multiple times. Lazar, shout out to Lazar. Shout out to Donnie Diamonds. Shout out to Pot Lord. Damn, forgive me if I'm forgetting somebody. I feel like there was one more rotational. But we had a rotation, right? And then if they couldn't show up or one person showed up, we filled it with somebody from the umbrella. It was just a dope dynamic. First 25 episodes, amazing. And so we got to make it grow. What can we do to get better? We had meetings. We sat down, me and T-Rail, individually, on the phone, in person, pulled up on him, looked at the back end, looked at the streams, looked at the money he was making. What do we got to do to be better? What ideas do niggas got? And we brainstorm more ideas. 15, 20 episodes in, we brainstorm way more ideas. How to make it better. I guess it was Pun's idea to turn the table. That's one thing I didn't do. Like when it first started, Fair to Say, was the table was horizontal, like sideways, long ways. And Pun, I think, said, turn it, whatever, cool. So, but that was one thing I didn't really do or have a say-so on. But throughout the first couple episodes, niggas was making alterations to what was going on. And I was still frontlining it. I'm sure Illa got in the loop through Pun or through T-Rail, but I didn't really speak to Illa about things. I was kind of frontlining some of the just directions, throwing out the ideas. Hey, we should be live. Hey, we should put graphics on the screen. Hey, we need an intro screen. Speaking of which, what more could I have done? The infamous you don't post clips. Okay, we won't get to that. Fair to Say was going great. I'm building ideas, concepts. We're going. It's improving. Concepts, shit's coming on the screen. After episode 7, I took over doing the thumbnails. If you go back and look, from 1 through 7, it looks, nah. Shout out to Van, though. No, again, no disrespect to Van, but creatively, it just, the thumbnails, we didn't feel like was drawing enough attention. We needed the thumbnails to be the driving force. Took over doing the thumbnails. I got it, don't trip. I don't even need no chili. I'll spend 30 minutes, hour, after every episode, and make the thumbnail. Don't trip. I got it. I fuck with Fair to Say. I want it to look a certain way. I want it to fit into my aesthetic. Now, it's not just me do it with no guidance, fit into my aesthetic, but I want it to look a certain way. So if I ask to take over and I show an example and niggas fuck with it, then it fits into the aesthetic that I was feeling. So that's essentially what I'm saying. It started fitting into the aesthetic. Thumbnails was better. Segments, topics. Topics didn't really come from me. I never contributed news topics or what we talked about, but the shit that popped up on the screen, graphic created by me, concept by me. We went a couple more episodes in. We need an intro screen. They got an FMW screen with the lightning. Let's do our own. Can we do our own? I asked permission because I didn't know if taking down the FMW screen is like breaking us away from FMW. So I was being respectful. But look, we need a new look. We need a brand. We need to separate ourselves. Me and Illa had some conversations about let's brand it gold. She joked, everything touch turned to gold. The whole shit I said, whatever the case may be, let's make our color of Fair to Say gold, where community's blue, Back on Fig is red, orange, Ace Boys is like black and gray and blue. Like, so let's separate ourselves. Made it gold. Thumbnail changes. We need an overlay. Put them up. We need an intro screen. So I got the okay from Jack or T-Rail, somebody was like, yeah, that's cool. Do it up. All right. You know how much it charged to do that type of shit just off just time? Not even just the resources or if you're good at it, what you can charge or any of that. Simple, yeah, easy, simple. Okay, I got it. I may not be the most creative or the greatest creator in the world at some of these avenues, but that type of work is not cheap. It's not easy to come by. It's not easy to trust somebody. To give them something to do and know it's going to come back dope without an edit or maybe one little tweak, and to trust somebody to do that and to do it for free. I love us, man. Golly. To do it for free. Just to volunteer. Not even be asked. It'd be different if a nigga was like, hey, I know Steck can do this shit. Hey, you want to do this? And then, no. Volunteer for the betterment of the show. Not me. Not my seat. I didn't do anything to highlight where I was sitting. I didn't do anything that I highlighted, fair to say. Better thumbnail. Bigger pictures. Oh. How you think we got the motherfucking logo? How do you think we got a logo and an alternative logo? I'm really a little baffled. This is the preface to where we're going to go, trust me. For free. I'm a volunteer ass nigga, right? Again, I'm sorry if I'm lagging. There's going to be some improvements I'll have to make as this goes on, as I get some more chilly. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, sorry if there's any lag or anything like that. I'm trying to get it right. We got the logo. For free. I normally wouldn't even touch an idea for a logo for less than $250. It ain't nothing crazy, but like that's time, energy, drawing, graphic design, coloring, saving, rendering, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But logo, thumbnail, intro screen, topic overlays. What else? This is just the creation aspect. Pretty much everything except the topics. Uploading the shit to YouTube and running Streamlabs, which motherfuckers joked like I couldn't do it. Oh, shit. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.